What's up? I was thinking about a few weeks ago. Well, I'm gonna tell you about something that happened like about 4 years ago, around the time I say just before I moved here. One of my best good girlfriends, she calls me. She's all upset and she's like, "I need you to come to the doctor with me." I said, "Okay." So I I gather the troops and I drop them off to my other girlfriend house. So I get there to her house. She not home. I said, "Where you at?" She said, "I'm at the hospital." I said, "Okay." And let's just say somebody in her monogamous relationship was not faithful. And this happens to be somebody related to my son's father. So I get there to the doctor's office and she's sitting on the table crying. They let me in the back. She told them I was coming. And I go in the back and she's crying, crying her eyes out. Her face is flushed, her hair's messed up. I could hear her. So when I get in the room, she is fucked beyond belief. Like she doesn't look like herself at all. And she throws her purse at me. "What the fuck? Throw your purse at me for, bitch?" So she's like, "Look what he did. Look what he did. This is fucking bullshit. What the fuck is this?" Now, I'm not a doctor, but she's in a doctor's office. And I look at the pill bottles and I can't actually read what the name of the medicine is. But I look at her, I said, "It's got to be some serious shit. It's several bottles of it." And it's not just one prescription, it's like three different types of medicine. And unfortunately, when the doctor came back in, I take the bottles and I look at the bottles and I hand them to him. I said, "Well, something's wrong because obviously she's pissed off to the highest level of festivity and I can't calm her down." So her doctor asked, could she have permission to talk to me in front of her? She says, "Yeah." We cleared that up. And unfortunately, the bottles that were labeled for those specific types of medication, they were HIV drugs to help her ex-husband, well, at that time her husband, to to help him with the symptoms of HIV. I damn near passed out because she said she found those bottles under the bed. They're empty bottles that were under her bed. And they had the date. They had month prescriptions up there. Like it wasn't no last year type shit. That was like the past 30 days type shit. So, being the friend that I am, I had my shovel ready. Damn Skippy. But unfortunately, this was a sad truth that she had to come to realize that her husband has not only contracted HIV, he hid it from her the entire time. And unfortunately, she contracted it through unprotected sex with her husband. Um Later that year, I say about six no, he died about 4 months later after she discovered she had it. They were married 28 years. He had no intentions of telling her, had no intentions of informing her he was infected, and did not tell her how long he's been infected. Um, and currently she has it now. Unfortunately, she takes the medication for HIV. I want this video to help to encourage those that actually are in relationships. And I'm not the only person that's saying this. There are other people that are saying the same thing. I mean, I make the asshole jokes talking about, yeah, I'm gonna cheat on my husband. I'm gonna go out here and give a stop sign some companionship, show him a good time and shit. I like to make those jokes, but I'm gonna be really sincere and say this: life is too short. There's condoms out here, and there's diseases out here that you cannot get rid of. And if you have any kind of inkling of your partner being unfaithful, don't never let it be too late. Start to wear condoms, get regular checkups, have STD checkups, get everything checked out with your partner. If he or she acts combative and confrontational, then that's the first sign that they're being unfaithful to you. And it's your life. So if you choose to be with that person, you do have to recognize the consequences of your life and your health. Because if that person doesn't honor you and love you and cherish you enough to say, okay, I messed up, I have this disease now, and we should both get checked out, and I'm sorry. Not everybody is willing to come up front and be truthful to be a man or a woman and say, I contracted a disease outside our relationship. Can you forgive me? And let's go get checked out together so we can, prevent this from happening, prevent from me or you spreading it to one another. And it's sad that we live in a society that we don't. Who the hell is this calling me? Oh well. Hold on. Sorry. Life caught up to me. But this is a real touchy subject for me because I'm married, and even in my first marriage, we used protection in the beginning. But once we got tested and had everything cleared, we stopped using protection. So I trust him, he trusts me. But out here in these streets, you got to be more careful, man. I mean, it don't matter if you single or even married nowadays, that you can't even trust your partner. And I just want you guys to be out here, be safe and protect yourself, because regardless if you're in a marriage or in a relationship or you single, you got to protect yourself. There's too much stuff out here, yo. Real talk. If you love yourself, you love any part of yourself or any part of your partner. Don't matter if it's male or female. If you have any kind of common sense or any kind of emotional attachment to somebody, point blank, if you're going to go out here and cheat, put on a condom. Because you never know what you're going to catch from the next person. And let alone what you're going to give to your significant other. Just be careful in this life, because life's too short, man. You here today, they're having your funeral on Friday.